Hey, everyone. JW here. I'm still trying to figure out my Facebook thing, so just give me a minute and I'll be right back because, or maybe not. Who knows? But, anyways, tonight we're going to have, hopefully, a guest on the show. First, I'll bring Katrina in so she can talk while I try to figure this out. But anyway,
Hey,
hi, Katrina. I'm
yay, yeah.
still trying to,
In theory, we're gonna have a guest tonight.
yeah,
He's not
eventually.
here, but in theory, he's going to be.
In theory.
Like 10 minutes ago, he was like, "Wait, this is like in 10 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, it's in 10 minutes." He's like, "Oh, okay." So
So,
he is
hopefully,
aware, and hopefully, he will pop in
pop in
momentarily.
eventually.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna
But
hear us talking a lot about God knows
nothing.
what.
Yeah.
God knows what. I mean, it could be about cats. It could be about
Hey,
football. It could be
at least the
anything.
cat quit purring. So
He did, but you don't jinx it. He is still right here. I have a cat that I swear to God, if there was a purring competition, he would win for just loudest because he's just obnoxiously loud. And he's gotten better. He's what, about 10 now? When he was
wow,
younger, all you had to do was say his name and he would purr.
that's
Now it's not quite as dramatic, but
yeah.
and Spider Cat's asleep, so
That means he'll be rearing to go by the end of the show.
right. So you may get some
Oh,
behind the scenes
hey!
action.
Look at this. So we're gonna bring our guest on now. It was
Oh,
supposed to be Eric Cockrell, but
it
he was
was. I'm
home.
so sad.
He was home. He's home
Eric, get
and
better.
trying to get better. So
Eric,
hope you
get
feel
better.
better. So we're gonna bring on this guy, this Canadian guy,
Yeah.
who's gonna come on and talk about Eric's book Blister, and I guess he did something with it. I'm not sure, but we're
He
gonna bring
probably put
this,
fix like one comma.
yeah, something I don't know, but here he is. We'll talk to this weird guy. How you doing,
Fuck
Chuck?
you, it was 2 commas. That's how you come out, by the way. You come out swinging right away. There's no hello, hey James, hey Katrina, none of that. Fuck you, it was 2 commas.
It
That's how
was two
you enter,
commas and
guys.
a dash. God damn it!
There was a semicolon somewhere in that motherfucker.
I had to fix there
Not
to
if
there.
it's a comic. There was no semicolon.
Hey,
He puts in whatever he wants. Eric is it's a
He's
punk
a,
comic.
it's
You
true.
do whatever the fuck you
Just-
want.
just
Yeah.
break the
you
rules.
want to misspell a word, you misspell that word.
We're like 2 minutes in. I've already dropped like 10 fucks. It's gonna be a good show, guys.
Yeah. so obviously we're here to talk about Eric's book Blister, but it's not the only thing. Hey, look, and Eric comes on in the comments here.
Hey,
Everyone
you don't fuck
knows
no.
I don't fuck with no commas.
Oh yeah, we
Yes,
had to add so many into the book. Holy shit.
Oh, there was a lot of
I
commas.
just said about his post where it didn't have a comma, so it didn't quite make
It's
sense.
true.
But I
That's
digress.
why Eric keeps me and Chuck around.
Yeah.
He just writes the words. Other people fix everything.
We'll
Yeah.
fix him. Russell Nolte actually put that as a comment the other day on something. He's like, I don't give a shit about commas. That's why I got you.
I know. That was on one of my posts. I was really bothered by that, actually. It genuinely bothered me. I'm not even kidding.
I just
He's
write the
really
words.
not
You
bad with
figure out
commas,
how to
thank
break
God.
it up.
Yeah, he's not bad with commas. The worst was I think the one time he put like 4 semicolons in like one sentence. It just kept going, and I was like, no.
Yeah, you can't put more than one in, right? Like,
No, I mean technically it's not wrong, but I was like, the normal person cannot figure out how that works, so just don't.
but that just feels
Hey,
like
Trish.
a run-on sentence.
It does. It just
Like,
kept going. I was like,
In a
don't do
lot
that
of
ever
mine, I
again.
put 2 commas, but it's because there's a reason. Like, it's not like and. But like you talk about something, you have the comma, and then you put and then the comma again. It probably should be a semicolon or whatever those things are. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to use all that stuff. It's English.
it's work.
It's a hard
It's work.
language to learn.
It is that.
Yes. So, what have we been doing this week?
We as in
Work.
all of us.
All
we
of
as in
us.
me.
What have
we
we
as
been
in.
doing?
All of us.
Am I talking for Eric right now? Should I be like,
Eric's
I've
been,
been sticking
Eric's
home
been
doing
sick.
in
nothing?
bed, sick, like all of us.
yeah.
So, Katrina, what have you done this week?
Let's see. I did all of the proofreading for Russell Nolte's his newest books. I had a client delete his Facebook account. So that was a little odd.
Chuck's like, what?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, weird shit happens. It doesn't even surprise me.
A brand new client, first time comic writer, and of course, and he just disappeared.
Did you at least get paid first? Like,
I've been paid, and he emailed me the file so I can contact him via email. But I just thought it was really odd that we set the whole thing up via Facebook, and I went to send him a message, and it didn't go through. And I went to look at his profile to see if he'd been on, and the profile didn't exist. I was like, oh.
Or he blocked you. One of the two.
Yeah, he blocked me. That would be a great start for a working relationship.
Right? I had something where they did the exact opposite of what every other client does, and that is when it's Kickstarter time, they fucking put my name on everything, which is fine. That's what I sign up for, right? Like, use my name. If it helps get you backers, go ahead. I don't give a shit. But I had been on a show with a client one week, and then I went to watch the show the next week just because I liked the show, and I thought I'd watch it real quick. And I'm like, wait a second. I edited one of that dude's book. No, wait, I edited that fucking book. And I'm like, how have I not heard that this is on Kickstarter? Not only had I not heard it was on Kickstarter, it was like a week or two in, it was already over 10 grand. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this? Oh yeah, it was a massive success. Like, they did amazing. And never once did he mention my name. And I wasn't even in the Kickstarter, like nothing. So I ended up, mentioning that. I was like, he was talking about his crew, and he's like, I had these artists and these colorists and this and that. And I was like, yeah, did you have an editor? and they were like, buddy, I think you just got called out. And he's like, oh my gosh, yes, I did. I have 2 editors.
Yes, I did.
So, yeah, all sorts of weird shit happens, especially when you edit. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because we're a part of so many things, and there's just a lot of weirdness. Yeah, happens. I had my own campaign running, and then I was involved in 2 other campaigns and books I'd worked on. One creator tagged me in everything. 3 or 4 posts a day I was getting tagged in. The other one, I don't think he's tagged me once. And I'm just like, whatever works for you. Yeah. It's your campaign. You're the one raising the money. I've been paid. Yeah, exactly.
That's always.
Aww.
Chuck's name is going to be big and
huge on our Kickstarter because he helped. Huge.
I'm actually no. Your name is
going to be Hugh.
I'm gonna change my name to Hugh on Kickstarter.
Hugh Jackman, right?
I love you, Trish. We actually just finished up her book. It's pretty much done. I just have to go over the lettering and edit that. And they did, they just wonderful job. It's going to be a very fun book. I'm excited to see it. Yeah, Trish and Mike are fantastic, fabulous people. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
All right. So, Blister, since Eric is not here, what can you tell us about Blister?
Blister is a great 90s nostalgia comic book about a 2-man punk band, high school punk band in the Chicagoland, in Wisconsin, like, I don't know, in middle America.
In the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah, exactly, in the Midwest. And it's very much, a lot of it is based on true stories or on song lyrics, all that kind of stuff. So all of this stuff comes from different places. Some of it from things that actually happened to Eric, some of it that happened to friends, some of it that was mentioned in other songs and stuff. But I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I think he and I have talked about it before. The greatest thing about writing anything pre-2000s is that there's no cell phones, so it just makes things much more difficult to actually work out. Whereas now it's like, oh no, I'm trapped on the side of the road. Hi, can you help?
Unless you're a really dumb college student.
Yeah.
Well, this only pops up because I heard the story the other day about at Michigan State, where my kids go to school, a girl got trapped in the elevator in one of the dorms between like the 8th and 9th floor. And instead of hitting like the emergency button in the elevator or calling 911, she called her roommate.
Because the roommate was going to
your roommate going to do, right?
What's the roommate going to do?
Well, we didn't know that, but her roommate is Superwoman.
Right.
Bitch is walking down the hallway with her jaws of life and just throwing over her shoulders like.
I was like, why would you? Like, what's your room gonna do? Probably call 911.
One, yeah.
But she ended up being because she did it this way. She ended up being stuck in it for like 2.5 hours. Because
That's
she
so
just
dumb.
like
Because did she know, like, when you push that button, it actually calls the security desk?
Rick calls people and says, "Hey, I'm stuck in an elevator."
It's like you could talk to them. So, like, what's going? Like, I'm
But
stuck in
you
the
know
elevator.
what? You know what she needed for that 2.5 hours? Blister.
Yes.
If she'd had Blister, she would have been entertained for 2.5 hours.
Because it's like 200 pages of
huge.
entertainment.
It's a
Yeah.
huge book.
Wow,
Yeah.
200
It's a
pages.
trade. Yeah.
it's
Well,
huge.
and it's all based off of he wrote a novel that he brought out back in like 2015, 2016, and then since then he's brought out a couple books, Blister Angela, and Blister Hot for Teacher, and this has all of those stories plus more.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So it's like a nice big fat graphic novel.
Yeah.
And there are pins and there are stickers.
There's
and
music.
There's VHS cases.
Oh yeah, the Blockbuster cases. Yeah,
the Blockbuster cases. Yeah,
yeah.
He was slick with me because he's got a good pledge out of me because he knows I've got a sucker for stickers and like enamel pins. So he didn't put those at the bottom levels. No. That stuff got added up. I was like, damn you.
Damn it. I gotta buy the Blockbuster.
I did. I had to get one of the ones that has like the actual like VHS case. And I was like,
Where did he find those?
I don't know where he tracked those down.
He finds and makes the coolest shit. When we did Essence House, there was so much cool stuff. And then I just got the books. Like, so I don't have.
I mean,
we've got stickers, and we have a sticker with my art on it. I don't own one.
I have that. I have one.
I don't have one. I want it on my computer. I don't have it.
I have.
And he was like, "I'll send it to you eventually."
But I had to pledge to
I'll
get
send
mine.
it to you eventually.
Because I worked on that book, and I did not get one for working on the book. I got one for pledging.
Right. I worked on it too. Same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric's slick. You gotta watch Eric.
He's very smart.
He's good at what he does.
So this book, it's been out, you said, since 2015.
Yeah, the original novel.
Yeah, the novel. So let's see what he said. He'll send it to you eventually, Chuck.
Eventually.
My ass.
Oh, Greg says he thinks he has the sticker.
Yeah, right. See,
like,
everybody has the sticker. Yeah,
I'll send it eventually, Chuck.
I believe you, Eric. You sick bastard.
Oh, thank you, Trish, for throwing the link in the chat there.
Yeah, because we will look at that in a little bit.
That's a lady mic drop, is what that's called.
It is. Where's Mike? Why isn't Mike doing his mic drops tonight?
He's probably sleeping.
Chuck, you need stickers. She's right. Trish says you need stickers, and she says it loud.
All the stickers.
It's true. All the stickers.
It's in all caps, so it must be.
I do. I need specifically that spider sticker. It's the only thing. It's not technically published, but it's the only thing I've ever drawn that has been sent out on any kind of mass level. So,
who you chatting with now?
Oh, the score is now 38-14.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get in trouble again like on Russell's show last week.
Yeah, no, we got called out on Russell's show last week.
You got called out on Russell's show?
Yeah, we were texting each other while we were on the show.
Oh, that's fucking funny. That's so great.
No, my oldest is watching or listening to the high school football game. They made like the district semifinals this year, which is impressive for them. But
here we go.
They're getting their butts kicked.
Son, you're not in high school anymore. Move on.
Yeah. Oh, he will. He will. Tomorrow it will be college football all day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we'll have pro football all day.
There you go.
Eric says the stickers are pretty cool.
Right? I bet.
He's got like the holographic ones for the.
Trish said to send me the pic and I can make it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
She'll just make you counterfeit stickers. It's
right?
Okay.
Russell is a maniac.
Russell's a maniac. It's true.
The craziest shit I've ever done on podcasts have almost always been on his. Well, no, some of the craziest.
Trish is the one that called us out. She wanted to know what we were laughing about.
She did. She called us out on the show. It didn't help that, she would be looking down and my phone would ding, and then I would
put your phone on vibrate,
and then her phone would.
My phone was on vibrate. It wasn't dinging.
But I would be over here and then I'd look up, and then she would look down. We were like the worst. We were the
We really
worst.
need to work on our subtlety.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Come
thought
on,
we'd get away with
guys.
it when 10 people were on the show.
That's right. There were like 1 million people. Nobody was paying attention.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna take a look at Blister if
All
I
right.
can do this. She said it's a gift.
No problems with trademarks, so it's a gift.
Oh, she's a keeper.
All right.
Eric, you didn't trademark that spider, right? There's no copyright.
Trademark my art.
Yeah. Well, that just
Buddy.
sounds like some crap. Let me see.
Like regular indie comics.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey, you need to fill out a thing up there just so you know.
Yeah, I do. I do need to fill out a survey.
Which survey is that for? What book?
It's for Daphne Lang's Ego Raven.
Eagle Ray. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for the 3rd issue.
Oh, hey, Eric's got more pledges since last time I looked. Yay!
Hey. And I haven't
Yeah,
updated this because I've had this on like a while, so I'm gonna just refresh it while I'm here. And that's not gonna like want me to do anything. Hey. So we still have 10 days to go. What do we need? Like a little less than 400?
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. That's
yeah.
$40 a day.
Yeah, $381, guys. Is nothing.
No.
Look at
Heck,
that mental math.
Russell got his funded in 1.7 seconds or
Oh
something.
my God, that was insanity.
Wasn't like a $10 goal or something?
No, it was, what was it, like 500?
500.
Like he had 2 people pledge. He had like a $350 pledge level, and he had 2 people immediately pledge to it.
Jeez.
And that was like, boop, all right, it's funded. These first
Hey,
2
Chris.
people. Oh, Chris is on the show. Hi, Chris.
Chuck's bringing them all.
Hey,
in
buddy.
tonight.
Yeah.
Now Chris knows why I didn't answer him back. He messaged me.
Oh.
that's what he's like, oh, let me. So that's why.
that's what we
Oh.
sound like.
Well, I
Chris,
did
you know
meet
what I
you
sound-
at
I was gonna
Wizard
say
World, Pittsburgh.
And he met me at C2E2. So Chris, you hung out
He
with
just
both of
doesn't
us.
remember.
We're not memorable people.
Yeah, that's
You know what? He loves people's voices. I remember the first time I went live in like early 2018. He had never seen me live before, and I went live, and he was so excited to hear my voice. Just so excited. It was great.
I guess it would be like we just get used to
It is
like
kind of
just interacting with people.
It's nice
on
to
Facebook.
put faces with voices and all that kind of thing.
So
Hey,
when
Jerome.
you know-
Hey, Jerome.
It's funny because Jerome, he's got a campaign happening too.
He totally
Holiday
does.
Spirits.
Looks really awesome. I did back that
Yeah.
one too.
I backed
Yeah.
that one just the other day too. Yeah, I think yesterday.
What took you so long?
I like to make that fucker sweat. Jerome thinks he can get away with anything. That handsome Canadian bastard. He thinks, fucking foreigners. You know what's up.
Damn foreigners.
You know, can I tell you guys it's actually no. You know what? Let's do Blister and then we'll tell.
Yeah.
I'll tell my crazy story later.
Okay. All right. So, like we said, less than $400.
Yeah.
To go, and this is. Oh, I don't know. Here's the story.
So that cover is actually done by the guy who does the first cover that we saw.
This one?
Up.
Up.
That
That one.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that picture is actually done by the guy who does the covers for MXPX, their album covers.
Awesome.
And if you don't know who MXPX is, they are a fantastic punk band.
Yes. No, I'm on the wrong thing.
And then
that's that cover. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Trish.
What's she?
She asked if she could put the spirits link in the chat.
Oh yeah, go right ahead. Anything you want to share over there, just go ahead.
if somebody wants to track down the 5 other campaigns I'm a part of, if you could put that up, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, show off.
Yeah. All right.
That is Angela Odling's cover. That art is from her.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the cover I backed for. Because I just think that's cool. I love that.
It's beautiful. I didn't back that one. I feel like a douche.
Oh. And it's just some. And here's some of the art.
So, preview. Look at all those little tiny lines. Ugh.
I know. That's too many lines for me. Thank you.
And Eric just knocks them out. I'm like, dude.
Just up.
Does he put like notebook paper behind there?
I don't know, man.
Because mine would not even
I've
be
seen-
close
I've
to being that straight. They would be
I,
like,
yeah, he's incredible. I've seen him do it. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know how you do that. Because first of all, I would lose patience, and all my lines would start becoming long,
mhm.
like long lines.
It's like, can I just make long ones and then erase?
Half of them.
Hey guys, it's cool. The opener's still on stage. It's not them yet. Oh, okay. I was like, I got it. And here's all these beautiful people that had something to do with the book. Eric and Chuck and
Greg Thompson, Greg
Warnichak.
Warnichak.
Greg works on everything. I
Yeah.
really believe that.
Yeah, he's been a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've worked with him a few times.
Oh, he's a great dude. I love having him on Belial. And Welcome to the Void. So,
Years ago,
Eric says his lines are not always that straight.
years ago, me and Greg worked on this weird, I don't know, it was from India. It was like a math comic book.
Wow.
Greg
different.
did the art and I did the all the colors, and it was
That's
weird. It was weird. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Smithers.
And then Eric Myers on pencils and layouts. John Nielsen did. Oh, that's who did the MXPX cover.
Yep.
Angela Odling and Erwin Ero. I cannot say that name.
Erwin J. Arosa. He did our Children of the Essence cover, but he did what's my favorite cover for Blister, which you'll see it further down there. And that's the one I ordered.
Nice.
It's just so realistic and badass, which is like the exact opposite of what Blister is. So it's just great. It's like if Blister was dreaming, that's what it would look like.
I love this, like, just very comic strippy kind of art. Like, it's not overly like underground comic kind of look. And
yeah, like zine.
yes, very zine. Ooh,
There you go. There's all
CD?
3 covers.
Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah, I believe there's a CD.
Yep. Bad hand.
Nice. And that is actually.
Oh, you know what? I should have gotten that whiskey glass today at Walmart. They had a whiskey glass that had that same kind of like skeleton hand wrapped around it.
Oh, see that.
Oh, cool.
Missed opportunity.
Yep. And so this is actually like Blister? Like, is this?
Yeah.
It's a band that did the Blister songs. Yeah. I think it's an EP. I believe there's like three tracks.
I think
on
it's 3. Yeah, 3.
3 songs, yeah.
Yep, 3 songs.
Bleed Out, Final Scene, and Bad Hand. Oh.
Yeah,
And there's an enamel pin that you can get.
The pin.
Yep.
With the power glove.
That's from the Power Glove, which if
Glove.
you were a Nintendo guy in the 80s, you'll understand what that is. 80s and early 90s. And he's got a great scene in the book that has to do with that. So if you've read it, you'll get it.
Is that a
It is a
flip cover.
table cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's
the
what I was
cover
looking for. I was
that's
trying to
on
think of the word turntable.
Or else
I
old
actually
people
really
record.
want that.
See,
And
look at
there's
the
some
stickers.
Oh, there's a, fuck Steve. And there's another pin.
And guitar picks and ticket stubs.
That's cool.
Yeah, the VIP. Yeah, and there's the blister pack right there.
Still, where did he get VCR?
I don't know where he got them.
That's brilliant.
Like, do you go to was he at a Goodwill store and just found a whole?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like the buried video games. You just found a hole.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it. So you said
Hey,
this
Brayden.
is over 200 pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nice. Can't wait. We have 10 more days, so we need to get some more backers on this.
Yeah.
I
Let's make this thing happen.
There.
Yes, let's do it.
Boy, I missed a lot of comments while I was looking at that.
I'm covering everybody. Don't you like randomly saying hi to people?
All right, there we go. Chuck has. I think Chuck has your own camera, or it's up too far.
Okay, so my internet has not been terrific lately. Now right now everything seems fine. I'm hearing you guys fine, but I actually can't see you guys. It's been doing the black with the circles, so you're probably there, but I wouldn't know it. You guys could be naked. I wouldn't have any idea.
Well, we're not going to test that theory.
That's boring because I can go and rewatch it later on. So.
Nobody wants to see that with me, so trust me.
Oh,
my
Brayden.
mouth decides to work sometimes.
We can have punk books and heavy metal books.
Yeah.
We can have it all. Why limit yourself?
That's right.
Hey, I just got a heavy metal inspired book in the mail yesterday.
Yeah. What is that book?
In a nice purple package.
Yeah. Okay, James, that's a very good question. The answer is almost never. I go shopping. That's about it.
Now you're starting to sound like me. I go to the store and I go to the doctor's office.
I go shopping and then I work. Yeah, like at home.
That's pretty much it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's my life too.
Yeah. I sit in this chair all day.
But it's because we never leave our houses that you have awesome books to read.
But that's it. That's it exactly.
If we left our houses, who would fix the commas?
Who? Yeah. Who would edit your books? Who would draw them? Who would write them?
Color them
or review them.
Chuck can't leave his house because he's Brayden's Fortnite wife.
That's it, yeah.
I will say, every time I get on Fortnite, I see Chuck Wen in the lobby.
Yeah.
But never playing.
Really?
I'm like, does he just leave his PlayStation on all day long?
He does a lot, and I just leave it on there because I know it's the perfect break because I'll work and then I'm like, time for break, and I'll turn and I'll go and I'll vent, I'll kill some little kids, and then I'll go back to work again.
See, I told you guys we kill. I said that on Russell's show the other day, and they're like, "Oh, that's it. We got kicked off of Facebook."
No, man, it's killing kids. We like. What else do we say? We say that we like to give kids bullet cancer, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's
reenact school shootings.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we have said that.
Wow.
I wasn't going to say that, but yes, we have said that.
I just like to state for the record that I'm not part of this.
Right. Good call.
What did you say?
Says how are you kidding, Chuck? We all know you play Fortnite all day long, and that's your I'm in a meeting now.
Yeah, right. I have played on me. I do play during meetings a lot.
I was playing right before I came on the show, actually. My nephew called, like, you want to play Fortnite? I said, all right, I have an hour. Let's go.
Right. I'm at this point in Fortnite where I'm basically only playing because I'm addicted at this point because I've gotten all the skins, all the variations, everything. And now I'm just literally playing because I want to waste time.
Every day I have to log on at least once to see if there's anything new that I want to buy.
Right. Yeah. See, I don't buy shit. I'm stingy as hell.
Yeah, I figured
that. Yeah, I figured that. Wow. Wow.
My nephew, he doesn't he just started playing, so he doesn't have crap yet.
Oh, okay.
And he always wants I want that skin. I'm like, well, buy it. Well, I don't have the money. Well, too bad then. It'll come back around.
Yeah, right. Save up for it, kiddo. I got Carnage. That's all that mattered this season.
Yeah, I'm Chuck's Fortnite sugar daddy.
He has bought me a couple. I never asked him to, but he bought me a couple of skins. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
You're
That's really talk about this again, face.
What's that?
This is like the third time today I've talked about Fortnite, which is a game I have never played.
I never played it.
We'll start with Chris earlier and his post about Fortnite. And Chuck saying something like Fortnite's cool or something. I was like, yeah.
Well, I never said it's cool. I just
whatever you
like
said.
to play.
But I was like, yeah, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, because the cool kids play Call of Duty.
I can't
Yeah,
play
or
any of
Apex.
them.
Yeah, or Apex.
I can't play any of them. They make me want to throw up.
Well, it's not a first-person shooter. It's a third-person shooter.
Oh, well, okay. That might be okay. It might. It's questionable. Brayden says we should get off topic with Fortnite. We should talk about some kind of Kickstarter.
Kind of Kickstarter going.
Are there any going on? I thought this was a relatively quiet month where that's concerned.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I mean, we crossed into November.
Yeah, we crossed into November.
Got out of October. Ooh.
We have that. I guess. What did we say? Let me check mine without bringing everything up. Like,
I don't know who else got something going. There are a bunch of them, but
yeah, I have
track.
a bunch that are in the middle. I mean, that I have backed. Let me see what I have backed that's still going on. Oh, Unicorn Vampire Hunter 3.
Yep.
Is it still going?
From Caleb. Yep, it has a week to go.
Ooh.
And
I didn't think I was going to get on that one because I thought it was already over.
Nope, and there's 7 days to go, and they're 191% funded. So,
you know what? One I would like to mention because it's on its last. There's a couple actually that are on their last days. Savage Sasquatch. That's ending tonight.
Yep.
It just broke 10K, so that's a really good one. And this is issue 6, so it's the last issue of this arc. So of this first arc.
I'm just say this. Chris Samasma says we can do both. We can talk about Fortnite and Kickstarter. But he said if we find Blister today, he will live stream himself playing Fortnite.
Oh, well, you heard him here, folks.
So we have to see Chris play. Well, first, Chris, we got to know how good are you at Fortnite?
He's not a video game player.
If he sucks, it's even better. You know
that's what I
mean?
mean. That's why
watching him get annihilated
just over and over and over again. Somebody with a gray pistol takes him out. Some 10-year-old kid.
And yes, Antonio D just started Changeling issue 7. That's a good point, Smithers.
Cool. Yep.
That one's doing fairly well, I think. So that's on that.
And
April Reyna. She's
yes,
a few days
April Reyna, whom I love so much. She is just fantastic.
April.
Yeah, we got to meet in Houston, and she was like she literally made me so happy. We had such a great time there. She was amazing.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And then Dustin Burnell has, I think, less than 2 days left on Greed 2, which I was also a part of.
Yes. Let's see what else from people who have been on the show. Well, Snowpaw just ended.
Snowpaw just ended, yep.
Bigfoot Knows Karate.
Oh, right. Bigfoot Knows Karate.
Yeah, it has 6 days to go. And they're at 616% funded. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was their goal?
I don't know. They have $6,169, so probably
$1,000.
Yeah.
Steph Pool's Circle of Destruction.
Russell
Allen's game.
That's it. 24 days to go, and he has over $1,400.
Yep. You guys might not know this guy, but Joel Quinn, who I also worked with out of Florida, his Cosmic Desert is done pretty soon. That's a really good one. That's like a kind of Western in space, or actually a Western space invasion.
Yeah, John Westhoff would like to point out that Chuck has a new book up for pre-order.
Oh, that's true. I do. Yes.
Part-time comics.
Yep.
Yeah. That is depowered.
Oh, yes. Depowered.
Yep.
I
let me tell you, I saw that pop up today. I was actually sitting in a Mexican restaurant and we were all done. I made my child wait to leave until I could actually put in my order for it. I was like,
Roadkill Rampage 2. They'll actually be on the show next week. So.
Yep.
So we have Rodney Fight coming on next week to talk about that.
Sweet.
I'm so goth number 2. Chris Samaz was mentioning that one.
Okay.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
There's a lot rolling out.
Oneshki Press has one called Becoming. It's an anthology, and I did a part with. I did a story with Nizamt and Leanne Ingino on that one. She's also got a story in 13th Moon, which I worked on, and she's got her Fangs and Foul Play, which just dropped 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she's a busy one as well.
Yep. We've mentioned Holiday Spirits.
And Holiday
Yeah,
Spirits,
that one's
yeah.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
That one's
What's
cool.
up, Dave Galliano?
I'm still waiting for somehow to be asked to do something in that book at the last minute, like Travis usually does to me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not going to ask anybody anything right now because he's in Boston.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But he has a tendency to come to me with like 2 days left. Can you do this? I guess so. And we have 19 days to go on Holiday Spirits.
Yeah, Kara Nicole's calendar ends, I think, today.
That's right. Yes. Man, we got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Chris would like to know, Chuck, dude, how many creators do you edit for?
How many? What do I edit for?
How many creators?
I mean, no fucking clue.
Bunches.
I know. Yeah, I know that I'm easily breaking 30 Kickstarters this year. Easily. I haven't even looked up the number, but yeah, there's a bunch.
He's an editing slut.
Yeah, I am. I'm exactly the girl you wanted to meet in high school, Tomasma, because I don't know how to say no.
I have that problem.
John, you're always.
Where were you in high school?
Yeah, where was I in high school? Yeah.
Plagued at his penal. Thank you. I'll own it.
I just, I was on when Eric did a show last Friday night, and Stephen Prince was on there as well. And I've worked with both of them, and they mentioned Snowpaw. And I was like, oh, I worked on that one too. And they're like, oh my God, you're like a regular Chuck Pineau.
You know what? I love that kind of thing.
I was like, I can dream.
Right. Yeah. It's funny because when my mom was growing up, I was named after my mother's father. Mm-hmm. He was a priest by the name of Charles Edwards. And so when my mom was growing up, she was always Charlie's daughter. Mm. And then when she had kids, she was suddenly Charlie's mom. And she said that screwed up my life because she said for the first 2/3 of my life, I was Charlie's mom, Charlie's daughter, and I was never just me. And she said she loves the fact that I've moved away now. She has her own world, and now she gets to be Nancy, which is congratulations, Mom.
I totally get that because for years I was like Millie's granddaughter. And then I got married, so then I was Peter's wife. And then I had kids, so I was Ben and Roger's mom.
Ben's mom, yeah, exactly.
And then, they're off, they're all grown now. I'm not married anymore. So I was like, I suddenly went, oh my God, who is
your kids' friends ever call you that? Like my kids' friends would go, Josh's dad. Josh's dad. And I'm like, I have a name.
When they got to high school, I just wanted to call me Katrina. Because Mrs. Rhodes was weird because I had been divorced for years from their dad.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not Mrs. Rhodes. But we went to Applebee's, my oldest and I, a couple weeks ago, and our waitress happened to be one of my former band kids from when my kids were in school, and she didn't know what to call me. It's like, it's a little weird to call you like Roger's mom. well, I'm still Roger's mom, but you can call me Katrina. It's fine.
Right? I have some of my teachers on my Facebook. And it's really weird having to call them. And I'm a 40-year-old man. And then it's like, this is Lawrence. How's it going?
How are you?
Well, it's weird. Like, I had this when I was in high school at our church, like in our youth group. I was like the oldest one. And the one girl was in there, her little brother used to follow me around everywhere. And he was, probably 10 years younger than I was. Well, my niece, when she started going to high school, she's like, Mr. Ewing said to say hello. I was like, Mr. Ewing? Who's Mr. Ewing? She goes, he lives there in Torrance. I was like, Kenny?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm like,
all right. Eric's popping and says, Chuck isn't other people's editors. We are Chuck's creators.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
And
you guys live in my world.
Yeah, we're all Chuck's people. I'm not a Chuck's people. I refuse. No.
Dave Galliano loves your mom.
Chris says when you edit for me, I'll list you as Roger's mom. Thanks.
There you go.
Roger's mom, yeah.
That's what you want.
At least that'll be Ben's mom.
That'll bring in the clients.
Right. Well, Roger's mom worked on this?
Katrina, Roger's mom.
Roger's mom wrote.
You know what? So, okay. Am I allowed to tell my really weird story now?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very
okay,
weird story.
I'm going to tell you guys something. This is a trigger warning, okay? Something really fucking crazy happened to me the other day. I live in the South. That's how I'm going to start the story, all right?
That's your preference.
That's you're that's important. I live in Texas. I live in the South, and it is still mighty fucked up here. So, I live in the South, and I live in a place called Canyon Lake. It's a small little lake, and there's no real necessarily like town. There's just like little pockets of towns, and so the closest town, they basically it's one road with all the businesses on it. And so what they do is for Halloween, they pretty much shut down the road. You can drive very slowly down there. And then the kids just trick or treat up and down this one road because there's no better places to trick or treat. So they'll trick or treat right in this main town, and they'll go from business to business. And a lot of the local organizations will set up booths on some of the lawns and whatnot. And so you can just, every kid is there. So, you get to see all your friends. It really is something that's very cool. But my daughter went, and I took her, and we had gone last year, and of course that was in the middle of the pandemic, and she had a little bit of a freak out. So she was still there was still a little bit of PTSD going on there. So we go out to this thing, and I'm walking. See, I love this part of the story because as I start to tell it, I can't see you guys, but as I start to tell this part of the story, you see the realization start to get in on people. So I can't see your realization, but I'm ready to hear it. So
go away.
Go away.
Ben.
So we're walking down the street, and we're going from booth to booth. My kiddo's getting candy and stuff, and so we start to walk, and we see a throng of people off to our left, and they're wearing, they're very clean. They're wearing like white shirts and stuff, and they have crosses. So obviously it's the church, right? Right? So this is our town. The cops are there and everything, and the whole town is here. We're walking, and so, we're about to go over to this next booth, and all of a sudden I hear, and I'm sorry, but this is so fucked up, I have to tell you guys this. I hear, the Jews are taking over our country. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? And they then continue to go on and talk about that. And then they're trying to pass me a clipboard, and they're like, we need you to sign this to stop to stop all the shit that's going on. And I was just like, I was not hearing most of it, but what I heard, I was like, what the fuck? And I just kept on walking. Like, me and there was this like young mother in front of me, and I just kind of went with her, and we kept on walking. And then they were they noticed, and I was like, did that seriously just fucking happen? And I said that very loud. I did not. I was not, because I was just blown away. And the guy's like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm not bowing down to the leftist and LGBTQ agenda. And I was like, what the fuck does any of this have to do with any of that? What are you doing? So effectively,
this is a trick, not a treat, right?
We had the Klan right there.
Oh my God.
And they had a pamphlet for something. And you know what? We moved on, and it was all I could think of. Though I'm like, what the fuck? Just no one, and here's the thing. I'm sure there's someone out there who's like, Chuck, why didn't you try to stop this? Here's the issue, guys. You're right. Maybe, and part of me thought that I should have tried to stop it. But it was so messed up in my mind, A, that it even happened, but B, that it was right there, and no one else had done that. If no one else is trying to stop this, then when I step up, I'm the aggressor. I'm the problem. And I was like,
and you had your kid with you.
And I had my kid with me, of course.
Yeah.
And let's be honest. if I start something, it's not going to end quick. Like, it's going to go bad.
Right.
And I was just like, whoa. And then I'm like, as we're walking, I'm like, I want to go back and like find out what this is. And my kid was just like, Dad, I just want to go home. And I'm like,
no, yeah,
okay,
no. Let's
fine.
no.
You're right. You're totally right. But man, do I want to go there and find out. So that was fucked up.
That's odd.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if this brings down the party,
No,
but it was just such a weird thing. I was like,
when we were
you totally beat my odd story of the day.
I want to think we were in middle school. Maybe it was like late elementary school. I just remember my stepbrother, his mom made him a Halloween costume for trick or treating, and it was a ghost costume. He quickly took the mask off of the ghost costume as we were walking down the street because it's
no.
are you guys showing something? Because I can't see it.
His costume came to a point at the top.
Yeah, his ghost costume.
Yeah. Oh no.
So,
that time that Chuck went on a show, talk about my comic and started telling clan stories instead.
I know, right? You're welcome, dude. Hey, this is entertainment right here.
yes.
We went to Walmart today, and I was in sporting goods, which anybody knows me knows that's a really odd place for me to be.
Scary.
Yeah,
story
that
in
did
the
seem
Walmart.
weird.
But I was looking for hand warmers because I have no heat in my house right now, and so I'm okay generally with blankets and stuff. But when I'm working, my hands get really cold. So we were looking for, and this woman, we turned on this aisle, and this woman comes up to me and she goes, I just need to know, how do you know? And she lists out some guy's name. And I'm like, I don't.
How?
And she's like, and my oldest with me, she goes, well, he does. And I turned to him, I'm like, do you know this person? He goes, I don't know. She goes, well, if I showed you a picture, do you think it would help? He's like, maybe. She goes, well, I'm not going to pull up a picture. I don't care that much. And she walked away.
No, yeah, you do. Because you showed up for no reason.
I was like, you stopped me in the store for no reason. And I was like, she's like, well, he says he knows you from somewhere. And I'm like, what? Like,
Does he watch our show on Facebook and YouTube on Friday
she was
night?
saying that he knows. This guy knows my son. I'm like, well, my son happens to know a ton of people because he was involved. Like, he managed like 5 different high school sports when he was in high school. He works at Walmart. Has for a couple of years. So he sees. Yeah, it's a small town. But I'm just like, dude, that's just weird. I don't know who you're talking about. And please, can I just go find some hand warmers?
Did you find your hand warmers though?
I did.
It's like a constant, a constant full moon going on because the weirdos are out big time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wendy's been working stupid hours. She might be mad that I'm telling this story, but Wendy's been working stupid hours. And just because her employees are ridiculous and not showing up randomly and stuff like that. In fact, she has to go into work at like 4 a.m. tomorrow and work like a 14-hour shift or something stupid like that. And it came to her attention, and she called me this morning, and she was so sad. Poor lady. She calls me and she says, there's a rumor going around that I'm working as much as I am and all this kind of stuff and I'm able to do it because I'm on meth. Isn't that terrible? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? What? And she was like, and she was genuinely hurt. And I'm sure she's still genuinely hurt. But I found this hilarious because I was like, baby, if you were getting regular fucking sleep and you were, at your normal level, you would laugh your ass off because the ridiculousness of that statement of you being on meth is so fucking hilarious that, I mean, I find the fact that you're taking it seriously funny right now. Yeah. Because it just says that you are looped out, lady. You need to get some sleep. Because that's just fucking dumb.
Have you ever seen a meth head? Like,
I certainly, right? And my wife is not a meth head.
Are they generally responsible employees?
No, not generally. Not to pick any generalizations, but not usually.
Not usually.
Wow. Yeah.
And you know what?
Lately.
No offense to my wife, because I love her very, very much, and I think she's gorgeous and amazing. But she's too big to be a meth head. And that's not. I certainly don't think that she's fat. She's not skin and bones.
Yeah.
And,
she doesn't look like a crack whore.
Right?
Wow.
The important thing is, guys, is that we're entertaining you and that you need to go out and get Blister.
Go get Blister.
You're welcome, Eric. I'm keeping people excited.
That's right.
Sam was telling Trish on the need for Blister and he got distracted. Yeah.
But imagine if we're telling these kind of stories, imagine what's in Blister.
That's right.
Dude, this shit is tame.
Because we're not even 10% punk as Blister.
Right, because I am the worst. Worst level of punk there is. Like, it doesn't exist in my system.
I was a wannabe in high school.
I tried to make like really punky posts for Eric, and I'm just like, guys, I'm failing miserably. Go back to Kickstarter.
I was pretty punk in my day. You know?
I liked the 90s punk music.
Yes.
Like early Blink-182, Green Day.
Okay. All right. Yep. I can do that.
Rancid, NoFX, Me
Black
First and the
Flag.
Gimme Gimmes. Yeah, certainly. A Bad Religion, Dead Kennedys, like all that kind. Yeah. But I was always more of a metalhead and also a drama guy. I was one of the theater students, and that was my big thing. That's what I was huge into.
We had
Chuck like metal and show tunes. That's what Chuck.
That's right.
Like.
You know what? That's the funny thing. I didn't like show tunes, but my mom assumed because I was in theater and doing so much of it, she was buying me like the soundtrack to Annie, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, you love theater, and I'm so happy, and I just want to keep you indulging in this. And I'm like, I'm not indulging in any of this. I do go there and I do sing, and then I go and listen to what I believe is real music, because that's not the stuff I love. It's just
this
I
theater
like
crap will help me go to college later on.
Well, right? And the theater, I loved acting and being a part of the theater, but I didn't love musical theater. It was just that I could sing, and there was a lot of people that I hung out with who did. So I wouldn't say Bad Flower is really punk. No.
I don't know. I have no idea who Bad Flower is.
The indicative of punk, a lot of people will tell you, punk is a feeling and punk is all this, but really, punk is most punk music is about really fast tempos. So if you have music that's pop, 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 like really quick stuff, that's especially rock. That's where you're getting into the punk style stuff.
Yeah, there isn't many that I could think of currently that you would anything newer, mainstreamy stuff that would be.
No, and punk has rarely been. They had like the late '90s, early 2000s, kind of got that.
Yeah.
Some 41 and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because I remember I used to go to nice shows around here, and I had friends. They would go to shows in DC, and those were like real punk shows. Like people were getting like beat the crap out of, but not in a mean way. But not in a mean way.
How do you get beat the crap out of it? Not
because you'll be in a mosh pit and just.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I was like,
yeah, there's a certain amount of damage you expect to incur.
If you've ever been in a mosh pit, I
no. Do I look the mosh pit type?
I always kind of explain like New York City Comic-Con is like being in a mosh pit. Like you just kind of like ride the flow till you get to where you want to go and try to jump out.
So like there are, especially like so in Canada, the mosh pits are still crazy, but because I haven't done a lot of mosh pits down here, but I remember when it was a lot of you knew the rules.
Yeah.
So one of the big rules is elbows down. Keep your elbows down.
But you always
get
your
that
elbows
are up.
that's like,
and if somebody raises his elbows, we'll do it. It happens all the time where someone will be like, hey, drop the elbows, or we raise the fists.
If someone falls, you pick them back up. Like,
and that's the thing. There should be at least 5 to 10 hands picking up anyone who falls. Because the last thing you want to do is step on someone. Yeah.
Yeah. But you always, I've gone to some shows where people just either super drunk or whatever, and they don't give a crap. And
you know what? The other thing is, and this is a rule people tend to forget, but well, I mean, really, it's you need to be looking everywhere. So I remember at one point, I'm watching the front because that's where the action is and whatnot. And I guess somebody had surfed past me and was coming back, and they came and they landed on the back of my head. Yeah. And I just heard a loud crack, and I couldn't, I was like, uh-oh, I can't move. This fucking hurts. Or not, it wasn't hurt. It was numb. I was like, oh, shit. And I ran right the fuck out of there, went right to my friends, and I was like, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit, but if I get worse, something's got to happen, because
I'm laughing at Eric.
The fuck out of me. What is
it? I imagine a Canadian mosh pit being
right?
a love
Sorry. Yeah.
Propaganda?
Propaganda. Yeah, they are really good. Absolutely. That's a good one. Yeah, good call.
Of course,
and
Eric
has anybody noticed that Eric has switched from YouTube to Facebook?
Yes, I did notice that a while ago.
Look at you, Eric.
Like,
have we done any movement? Have we gotten to the $2,000 yet? Because I really want to see. I want to see
to play.
Let me check it again.
Have we even budged? I think we're at 16,
no,
19.
we're still the same place.
Come on. What's wrong with you people?
I'm hurt. We talked about so many more Kickstarters. We told you anti-Semitic stories. Like, what do we need to do for you to get you to pledge? What the hell?
I guess we got to get naked. I'm not even... Oh, you
this wouldn't be the first show I've done that.
I know.
Yeah.
I did it so I could like a comment Chris made. Oh, he switched just so he could like a
comment. Look at you, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see. There was a couple other. There is one project that I backed, but doesn't really need us to talk about. I want your feelings on this when you have. I mean, this actually goes to where I needed to, like known comic book professionals kickstarting books.
You didn't see Chuck's thing about that?
Thank you.
No.
He did a whole thing about it. I saw it. I was there. I'm hardly around anymore for those things, but I was there for that one.
Yeah, because Dune is on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, yes, I did see that too.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand
didn't know
why
that
means. Because doesn't Dark Horse do Dune?
I don't think that they were the ones who were doing it. I don't know who's doing it. I know that Bill Sienkiewicz worked on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I backed because I'm a big Brett Booth fan. But him and Scott Lobdell have a new series that's on Kickstarter called The Anybody's.
Oh, okay.
It says that Legendary is using Kickstarter to fund Dune.
Oh, yes, that's right. And Legendary is also the film company.
Yes,
that's right. That created it. So my take on that was basically, if you have a problem with it, then you're the one that's ridiculous, not them. The fact of the matter is, first off, they bring so many people to the platform that will hopefully stick around and continue to get comics. And most of the comics on there are us indies. So you're welcome.
Now, Scott Lobdell, because I'm on that, he put out a update a few weeks ago, and he just it was a video update, and he just mentioned some other Kickstarter books, and one of the ones he mentioned and talked about was Snowpaw.
See?
So,
yeah.
I mean,
that can't hurt, right?
Yeah.
You can't pay for that kind of advertisement, people, and that's why I was ranting. The other thing was, so I remember when Berserker came on. First off, Boom brings Berserker onto Kickstarter. Then when they go off a month or two later, when their money comes in, they then went and dropped $100 because they did so well on it. They dropped $100 into a bunch of the different Kickstarters that were brand new. And you know what? Belial was on at that time, we weren't a number one, so we didn't get the Kickstarter or we didn't get the $100.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. I think what they did was amazing. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I will support Boom because they supported indies. That was amazing of them to do. I thought that was fucking brilliant. Really? Now you're making... I don't even know what that song is. I don't know who that person is. Are they a female, a male?
You better start researching, Chuck.
Right.
I don't know if you can say that anymore, Chuck.
What, that he doesn't know what the song is?
No, if they're male or female.
Oh.
Or other. Non-binary, whatever else. Yeah. Absolutely. That's fair. But yeah, it just... I think it's such a silly thing. And then... So yeah... when Berserker was out, it was happening on Kickstarter. I looked down at the bottom. I wasn't interested in the book, but I looked down at the bottom, and what do I see there at the bottom?
Mm-hmm. In the recommended,
Saw 3 is being recommended at the bottom, and I was like, Kyron couldn't have paid for that kind of advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
None of us have that kind of fucking money. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you guys got to get over your shit, enjoy, and you know what? When you're, you might go, this is for indies only. Okay, but what about when you're on a comic show, like in a comic book shop?
Mm-hmm.
You're up there with all the big boys. Get used to it, okay?
Yeah.
This is business. There is no fucking safe space for you, okay? That's not a thing. You're always going to be competing with others, and no one buys just one book.
Yeah.
So hopefully they get your eyes.
Argument where they always say, "Well, it's only for indies." And so that's their excuse, but then
says where? Where does it say that on the?
Well, not even that, but then like they always want to talk about when you say, "Well, what's the best indie book?" People will bring up Image books or bring up
right.
Well, they can't be indie in one conversation and not be indie in the other one.
Thank you, James. Yep. Absolutely, because and it's a lot of these same people who will say that kind of shit. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, my favorite indie." Spawn. Oh, fuck off. Holy shit.
Well, technically,
the guy is a corporation all unto himself.
Look, he makes the DC figures I'm hanging behind me. I don't feel that's very
real fucking independent.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I never considered Image to be an independent company. Like,
I mean, they started that way. That was where they came, but that ended.
Yeah, but I mean,
pretty quick.
When they first took all those guys, I mean, they took the best known guys from Marvel to start this company. So it wasn't like Joe Blow the Eskimo was starting a company out of his garage. I mean, they already were able to sell millions of copies of issue number 1.
So
even though.
Chris has a challenge for Chuck on the Saw thing.
No, I can't get it all.
Do we know that it was everyone saw that as a recommendation, or was it just you with algorithms?
Oh, okay. So that's a nice thing, a nice question to ask. I didn't know the other 2 books, so no, it's not an algorithm thing. It's books that they felt would because.
Yeah, like if you like,
why would they try to sell me a book that I'd already backed?
Yeah,
right. Fair point.
So no, that wasn't it. Because the other 2 books I didn't know.
The algorithm kind of just picks.
Yeah, the algorithm goes. What books are similar?
You'll probably like these similar books.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So no, great question. Thank you, Chris. But yeah, no, that wasn't it. Yeah. Kickstarter doesn't really work on those same sorts of algorithms that like Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff does. Your chances of being seen are a lot better. I love that platform. I really do. Just have mad love for it.
If you would go through like Chris, I mean, I've done it too. Go through your backer list and see how many of those names you actually recognize.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I can go through mine at 134 backers, and there's a ton of them. I don't know who that person is.
I would say for this last one, I knew most of them, but the first one, I was like, "Who are these people? Where are they coming from?" I love you, whoever you are.
It's funny. So we're thinking about not doing international shipping for Blau because international shipping has gotten so ridiculous. Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to offer it again after this one.
But I feel bad because in issues 1 and 2, so they were a returning customer. We had someone buy the book from Malta.
Oh, wow.
And they're a returning customer, and I almost want to be like, look, Mr. and Mrs. Malta, whoever you are, you want a book, we'll get it out to you. Because
Right.
Malta is a fucking island nation of 500,000 people.
You contact them on Kickstarter and say, hey, we're not doing
We're not
international
offering
shipping,
but we're doing it for
if you want it, we will ship it to
I would
you.
say you could. I mean, you could do that. You could say back at this much and then add X amount to your pledge
right?
shipping.
Yeah.
That way, nobody be aware that you offered international shipping to one person.
Because I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huge, yeah. I saw someone having to. They were adding $70 for shipping to Australia. It's fact, man. It sucks, but it's fact.
No,
Did you ship through pirate ship?
Thank you for reminding me. That's on my list of things I have to do.
I did not, but that we will be doing that.
Yeah, I will be with this one. It just reminded me to go set it up.
I have stamps.com for this, but I'm going to use pirate ship from
pirate ship.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Yeah, I've heard really good things of pirate ship. I believe that Eric used.
Well, yes, you can make them pay extra for shipping fees, but you don't know how much it's going to be.
No, because those rates keep fluctuating.
They change daily,
like crazy high.
Well, and so that's what the person. The shipping was $70, but who the fuck is going to buy a $5 comic and pay $70 for? No,
I
could not happen.
I couldn't believe it when I did the first Kickstarter with Tales from the Toy Store. I went to go do the shipping and stuff, and I charged $25 for international shipping, and it ranged between $25 to $30 when I all was said and done with the different ones. But I was the same thing. I was like, who would pay $25 for a $10 book?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep being told that I'm underpricing my book to begin with, but still, I mean, that's crazy.
They are not medium now.
Right. Yeah, shipping is insane. It is the worst part of having to do this.
Yeah.
I feel guilty like having to charge people that much money.
That media mail thing made me think of something else. Like, what are your thoughts on when you kick back a Kickstarter and they charge you $5-10 for shipping, and then you get the package, you see it was shipped media mail?
I'm okay. I say I'm okay with it. And anybody who backed, actually, I didn't put Tales from the Toy Store on Kickstarter. I did April's Army on Kickstarter.
Yes.
So let me correct me on them. I shipped April's Army media mail.
But you only charged $5 shipping.
I charged $5 shipping.
So that's shipping and handling.
The actual cost of shipping was like $3.
Yeah, and you
I didn't make money. I had to pay for the package. I didn't make money off my shipping.
Yeah, but I people who make money off of shipping.
Had I charged $10 and shipped it media mail,
that's what I'm
you can be agitated with me. I kind of get that.
Well, and what people also have to remember though is, so if let's say somebody charges me $5 on shipping, and it's media mail with a manila envelope, then I'm fucking pissed off. Fuck you. That's not okay.
But I did use cardboard mailers with mine.
Yeah, but if it's the Geminis and all that, so you've done everything you can to take care of it, fine. Yeah, I don't care spending an extra $1 or $2 tops.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm fine with that. Well, you need to save some money. I get it.
Anything that I made off of media mail, I paid out in international shipping.
Yeah, right. That's so true.
I did not make any money off this.
You're donating for other people to get their stuff. Which I'm okay with.
It's all, I just averaged it out to $5 a person.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. Question.
Okay. Well, for you, what can we do to entice international backers with digital rewards? Like, what can we do to sweeten the deal for them? Yeah, you got to give them digital, stretch, thing, the extra stuff.
Good digital rewards.
Yeah.
Digital deluxe packages, lots of extra digital books, digital rewards, goals. Digital stretch goals. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Like any of the prints that you have for physical backers, you make sure it's a digital thing for the digital.
And that's what I did with this one. When I had said at one point, if we get to this dollar amount by this day, I'm going to throw a print out. And James actually did the print for me, and it'll go out digital. It'll also go out physical. I said, it doesn't matter who got us there, how you got us there. Everybody's getting it.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm part of this one book called Blister. I don't know if you guys heard about it. And it's on Kickstarter right now if you guys want to check it out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not a big fan of blisters. Blisters made me lose my legs. So I'm not
I feel you there. I get you there. But he has some music on there, and I believe you can actually get it digitally. You can get the music by MP3. So, I mean, there's options.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to have a CD of it.
You're welcome, Eric.
Matt Hollenbaugh. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the
That's
show.
my nephew, my pain in the butt nephew.
He's asking, could you offer them exclusive pages?
Maybe.
I think giving digital people anything exclusive, that's difficult because
because then you're gonna have people.
Usually I'm paying more for physical. Why don't I get the exclusive? I think the important thing is to make them feel like they're getting everything the physical backers are getting just digital
level. Yeah. I mean, I can't really send you original digital art. I mean, it's in the book.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the same as the physical. I can mail you the actual page.
Yeah.
Let me scan that for you.
Right.
What does?
And Trish just being awesome, dropping links.
Blister. Every time we say the word blister, she drops the link.
She drops it.
Blister, 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 blister.
Aw, he says you love him.
He's a pain in my butt, is what he is.
So are my children, but I still love
Jim,
him.
you can come and you can play Fortnite with me, man. Don't worry about James. I got this.
Believe me, you don't want to play with him. He loses you. He never comes and saves you.
We'll be 4 times.
We'll be playing, and I hear shooting off in the distance, and I'm like, and I always know when he's going to get down. Like I just tell the shots. I'm like, did you just go down? Yeah. I was like,
see, I'm okay with that because once I know that's the rule of law, great. That's what's going down now, buddy.
We were playing one time with my little niece. She's like 6-7 years old. And the storm was coming, and she was in that, I don't even know what it's called. That place with the wall that's like a jungle with the wall around it.
Oh, yeah.
And she was in there. Yeah, and she couldn't figure out how to get out of there, and the storm was coming. And I had a car, and I start going back, and I'm like, I ain't going to make it. I said, you're on your own. And I just took off.
Get on the jump pad, kid. Get on the jump pad.
We're like, oh, well, you're getting left behind. The rest of us are in the car. We're gone.
All right, so Chris has a point here. All 3 of us here have or will be working on a Clarity Girl project.
That is true.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because Chuck is, I think, editing the book that I'm coloring.
Quite possibly, yeah. You and I have worked on a bunch of stuff and not known it.
Yeah.
Actually, all of us have.
That's because of, Travis, and he's not telling everybody who works on everything.
Right.
Till the end, and you're like,
I just tell everybody everything I'm working on. Guys, look, I'm doing this.
Well, here's a way you can. I've worked on everything of Travis's to this point. That's out. So. The only thing I haven't now is.
It's been there.
Did you work on Voodoo Nations?
I am doing the cover for the 3rd issue.
For number 3?
Yeah, I'm coloring the cover.
Oh, good for you. Okay, so now you're finally on that one.
Yeah, so I sent
Chuck has been corrected. He is not the editor. LaShawn is the editor.
Oh.
No, but I have edited some pieces.
Okay. I don't know. They're all. I just seen he put a list of people who's working on those 2 books, and
yeah, I'm working on one of his books, and I do know that I worked on a piece with Clarity Girl in it, and I've previously edited several Clarity Girl books.
Yes, only one of which has been released. Because I also worked on the cover for Clarity Girl 2, which never came out.
Oh, feel better, Eric.
Oh, I lived off of NyQuil for the last week and a half.
Really
this is my 3rd bottle of it in the last 2 weeks. So I know all the good stuff with NyQuil. So
I'll drink some NyQuil tonight and think of you, buddy.
All right. Well, you're
And
always
feel
welcome
free to
to come
message
back
us.
when you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Because we always like to have you on and
We'll do an
talk
Essence
about
House
some
show.
crazy. Yes, because you can still have that going on, right? Essence House.
Yep, we're when he feels better, we'll start working, and when this thing is done, we'll start working on season 4.
Wow, season 4 already.
Yeah,
I still need to finish
Jeez.
season 3. I'm a terrible fan.
I was waiting for you to say season 2.
Fake fan. No. I know.
no, you've been
I
there
know,
the whole time.
I know I finished season 2 because season 2 was in book 1.
Yes, and I know you listened to at least like the first like 5 or 6 episodes.
I think I've got the last 3. I think is where
She
I'm
is
at.
terrible at keeping up with stuff. I think she
am.
just finished Scarlet. I mean, Wanda and Vision.
I just finished Loki.
Well, that ain't
Yeah.
too bad. I mean, all you have is
I've done Loki.
I know. All you have to do
I
is what
actually
if
didn't
now.
love Loki.
I liked Loki.
I liked parts of it. It got like kind of
Convoluted.
slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You listen. Chris, what will you listen to? Oh my God.
I'll
What
listen
is
to
that?
it if Chuck ever reads it rubbing himself with peanut butter. Essence House?
I
You
don't
went
know.
I've already done that. I just didn't give you the video. You have to jump on my OnlyFans like everybody else, dude.
Oh, Trish says she's the fake fan. She still hasn't read the book or finished listening to season 1.
Yeah, and she owns the book, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, because
You need
I
to read it,
understand why.
I said she needs to read it because there's amazing comma placement.
Yeah, and I understand why Trish hasn't read it because she works all the time.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
always at work,
Well,
right?
see, Trish, you got to do like I do. Read while you're in the bathroom.
Or, since you're not at work and I was a liar, read the fucking book. This is the perfect time. It should be in your bathroom, and it should be your bathroom book.
Trish has the sticker.
Eric says Trish
She has the fucking sticker, yeah.
Now he's out. Now Eric's out.
And now he's
Peace out, Eric.
Feel
See
better.
you later.
He
Eric.
left on bathroom book.
Yeah. He's like, no, because then they might start like using it to. They might be out of toilet paper.
It's a great story. It's a really good story.
For those who were not able to get the Kickstarter when it was around, is it available anywhere for those who?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
The Amazon. You sold out to
You're damn
To
right.
the Zon, absolutely, in a heartbeat.
Yep, and I would do it again.
I do it every single book.
Yep. You can get it on Amazon digitally and physically. And of course you can also listen to the podcast on any of the main streaming sites, including Amazon.
Where you can
I
forget how they always say that.
Anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to do back in the day just an audio podcast. Where we actually did reviewed comic books and all kind of. We'd go in for 3 hours, and we'd have guests on like Roush. Tom Roush was on. This was way like 2015 kind of. He was on. I don't even remember, but I went back to the iTunes thing, and I still have one episode. The very last episode we did is still on there from like 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, I started doing internet radio in like 2003. So I was podcasting before podcasting was a thing.
I always
Before it was
loved,
cool.
I always loved looking at the I guess how they track your like pod track or whatever. And you'd see like all these countries where people listen to your podcast.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what? Like, who's listening to me in like Istanbul?
Zimbabwe, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is going on?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yes. But
Oh, Trisha's making stickers.
I feel bad. I should work on stickers for our Kickstarter because they are special. Chuck knows.
Chuck knows.
That's what he told Eric. If you're still here, if you make it to C2E2, bring me a book. Oh, an Essence House book? Is that
Essence House book, yeah. I will not be at C2E2 this year.
Oh, wait. I was wrong, James. You'll be the colors for both stories, but haven't paid the other artist yet. Sorry, I know I'm slow. Oh, dude, I am so backed up. I got the flats done for that page, and I haven't been able to do anything else. I had to finish, and I don't tell anybody, but I've not been the best health the last 2 weeks, so I've been slow in getting everything else done.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's life, and it's kind of up and down for me anymore. Like I do really good for a while, and then
Well, I hope there's more ups and downs.
Mm.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I hope so too. And so we'll see what's going on with all this crap with me.
I just need like a week with no crisis.
No crises.
No crises. Please, no crises this week.
No crises.
Mine this week was the phone call Sunday night, Halloween night at like 10:30, and my youngest calls me. He goes, "Mom, I've got some really bad news about the car."
Not again. Not the car again.
Not my car.
Oh,
his car this time.
I was gonna
Thank God. No, he has his own car. He has a nicer car than I have.
Because I remember during the summer or whatever, he was trying to buy a new car.
Yeah, he has a 2013 VW GTI.
Wow.
And, yeah. Nice little car. Way better than my car. And he plays D&D at a friend's house on Sundays. And apparently there's a major dip in the driveway. And he was backing out and his front bumper caught and ripped off.
That's a major divot in the driveway. If
Yeah.
it's ripping your bumper off.
Yeah. He's like, I heard
To the homeowners.
That's like
I thought it was dragging a little and then it like ripped
the San
off.
Andreas fault he went across.
Right?
$440
Hey,
to repair that.
was it
sucker.
Ben driving?
No. Ben can't drive.
Oh, it was Roger?
Roger, yeah.
Okay, Roger, that wasn't a driveway. That was a ditch.
That was it. Yeah.
Different thing.
Yeah, he took it into the place that he bought it at because they only do VW work, and it was $440, and that was because they could reuse the bumper.
Fuck.
Yeah, he had to have a new grill, a new
the whole front clip.
all the clips and brackets busted off.
They
He had to
busted his grill.
He had to have a new grill. He had to have a new headlight repair kit put in. They tracked down a new logo thing.
Oh, yeah.
The emblem for the front.
The driveway got all up in his grill.
Apparently,
it sounds like.
But that was a crisis this week because he didn't want to drive home to East Lansing because it's like an hour drive, and so he went halfway to his girlfriend's house, and then I had to meet him at the repair place to drive him the hour back to campus so that he had classes the next day, and I was like, but that's still less driving than when Rob got stuck in Iowa. So.
Oh yes, the Iowa stories.
Yeah.
That's going to be my next book. The Iowa stories.
It was the shortest amount of time I've ever spent in Canada. I was literally in Canada for 5 minutes, and then had to explain to the border guard when I came back across why I'd only been in Canada for 5 minutes. I was like,
That's funny.
That would be a great conversation to have. Like I guarantee you, I was not dropping off drugs. Okay, I swear to God.
So when I went back home to Canada in 2013, and when I flew in there, I got my birth certificate. I've got I'm Canadian.
Right.
Flew in there, and I had the big scruffy beard and everything. I was tanned, so I looked a certain ethnicity. That is my belief, is that I was pulled aside because of how I looked, because no one else had any problems.
Mm.
And so I was pulled aside, and the woman went through all of my stuff completely. Like, Wendy had nicely packed my bag.
Yeah.
They ripped everything out. And I'm like, it's like trying to get a sleeping bag back in this motherfucker. Like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. And then the woman proceeded to go through my wallet. And at the time, I had been working construction. So she asked me, what are you doing? I said, I work construction. She goes through my wallet. And at my last job, I had made these funny cards that I would pass out and pretend that I had been working for my own sealant company. Yes, my own sealant company, and it was called. I called myself the Cockmaster, CAULK, and I was the Cockmaster, and nobody's cock is better than mine. That was my motto, and she pulls this out and she looks at it and she goes, "I thought you were in construction." I said, "It's a joke. It's just a big joke thing that I do." And she goes, "Well, what's the joke?" And I'm like, "You just ripped all my shit apart. I'm not explaining the fucking joke to you, okay? I'm telling you that it's a joke."
You don't
and
get this joke,
like, if you haven't, I'm not here to explain my comedy to you, okay? All right. Have you found anything suspicious yet besides my Cockmaster that you found? My Cockmaster card? Is there anything else? I was so mad at this woman, and then like she pulls it all out, and I was like, "Okay, well you can put it back in." She's like, "Nope, that's not my job," and walk away. I was like, "You fucking oh."
And now I know why I left Canada.
Oh, I'm so mad.
It's always easier for me to get into Canada than for me to get out of Canada. I have a harder time getting back into the States than I do getting into
no problem
Canada.
getting out. It was getting the one time I went back in. That's when they gave me the issue. Yep.
Yeah. I had one time when I had a passport, because now I have an expanded license to drive in and out. But when I did have a passport and I was using it, I had it in my bag one time, and a friend's business card was in my bag too, and got in the bag, got tucked in the pages of my passport, and I didn't know it. And I handed them my passport at the little booth, and I got like a 5-minute quiz on this business card. I was like, it was in my bag. It must have fallen in between the pages.
So when we moved,
what does it affect you?
Right? Oh no, it's so ridiculous. When we moved down here, so we're driving through. I was in a car with my mother-in-law and my kids. We got through no problem. My wife is in a U-Haul with her twin sister, both who are American citizens, and they get stopped. They want to see the manifest.
The manifest for the truck. Yep.
She's like, I looked up everything I could. No one told me I had to have a manifest. And they're like, well, what's in there? It's all of my stuff, blah, blah, blah. So they're asking what's in there, and they're asking, whose stuff it is. And they find out that I'm not an American citizen. So now they don't want any of my stuff to enter the country.
Jerome.
So Wendy calls me. I left for 5 minutes to come back and you're bitching about Canada. Yeah, right? So you left for longer than 5 minutes, you liar. So she calls me and she's like, they won't let you bring any of let me bring any of your stuff into the country. And I was like, okay, well, we're married. My stuff is your stuff. You can have all of it. I don't give a shit.
There you go. It to you.
Tell them that. And she's like, I don't know if I can say that. I was like, tell them that. All my stuff is your stuff. I'm giving it to you. Okay. She calls me back about 20 minutes later. So, okay, that worked pretty well. But they asked if you have any clothes in here. And I said, yes. I was like, well, you should have said, oh. She's like, so they want me
to sort out your
clothes.
They want me to remove your clothes. And I said, if that's what you have to do, go ahead. Wow. That's hilarious. She was like, what do you mean that's hilarious? I was like, baby, I'm coming into this country literally with the shirt on my back.
The shirt on your back.
That's funny. That shit is funny. Throw my clothes out. Tell them I don't give a fuck. And I saw her an hour later. Like they were like, fine. Like, but then she, of course, had to pack the truck back up again because they had been going through it, trying to see if there was anything in there.
Yeah, I lived in Buffalo for 2 years.
Make sure you're not bringing any maple leaves into the country.
That's
right.
And when I was going to move, a lot of times when I would come back to this, like Michigan, I'd cut across Ontario because it was just faster.
Yeah.
But when I moved back from Buffalo to Michigan, that manifesting was exactly why I did not go through Canada. I was like, I will drive the extra hour or 2 hours, whatever it is, around.
I will stay in the United States.
Oh, then I had my cat, and I didn't know how much of an issue that was going to be.
I totally get that.
Did you get this Canada? Did you get this cat in Canada?
I did get asked one time going into Canada where my children were, because I had a minivan with car seats and no children in them.
I took them to Canada and sold them.
I just left him there.
That's what I did.
I left him in Port Huron. They didn't want to go to Canada, so I just left them. They're like in first and second grade, and I was like, they're at home. Well, who's watching them? I was like, well, they're with their father. Well, doesn't he have a job? I was like, yes. Well, then who's watching your?
Yeah, right.
Well, who's watching your children? And I was like,
they're watching themselves.
I was like, they're in school. I'm sure their teachers are watching them, and then their dad and stepmom will get them later tonight. Oh, okay, you can go. I'm like, what?
Stupid stuff that they ask. Like, do you have anything to declare?
You know what? I do have something to declare. Buy Blister now, motherfuckers.
Buy.
That's right. Back Blister on Kickstarter right now. We need to drop the link one more time before the show goes over.
Yes.
And
did we make any headway?
No, we're still at the same spot.
Damn.
Come on, what are you guys doing?
Everybody who watched the show probably already backed it.
Probably.
You are the least punk group of people ever.
That's right. Everybody should just up their pledges.
That's right.
Yep.
Do it. All right.
If I up mine, I'll go poor because I'm already for like $30. Yeah.
Really? Oh, 30. I made like 61.
Oh, geez, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when
I had this kid through college.
You should have seen me last week when I had that big major project drop out from under me. And I messaged Eric. I'm like, oh my God, I really don't want to have to pull my pledge.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right?
I will do everything I can to not have to do that. And luckily, my clients have come through since then, and we're all good. But I was like, there's nothing as someone who's run Kickstarters, there's nothing worse than that sinking feeling when people start pulling pledges.
Oh.
You know, I'm like,
it's terrible when you get no pledges a day, but you have lost pledges during that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having a negative day. Yeah,
and I just want to say to whoever backed my Kickstarter for $1 and your pledge did not go through, I hope you're okay. I legitimately am concerned for you.
I had someone once, so they said, "Hey, will you do pledge for a pledge?"
Okay.
And I was like, "Whatever, fine." So I pledged to theirs to get a digital version of their book, and they pledged for $1, and I was like, "Whatever, it's $1 advertisement, so I don't care." Then they dropped their pledge, and I was like, "You cheap piece of shit! Fuck you!"
Dropped $1?
Oh, that's terrible.
And I remembered the person's name, and and people are like, "Oh, you should get this guy's book." Blah blah.
Nope.
No, fuck him.
Yep. No, I legitimately had somebody who pledged $1 and their pledge did not go through, and I just I'm concerned because, I thought I was bad off right now, but
Yes.
And I'm hoping it's legitimate, just something like the card expired.
Or
something like that.
Like sometimes, because I still have an old card. Well, I did have an old card on my Kickstarter, and sometimes it would just default to that card. And I'd pledge, and I'd be like, they're like, your pledge didn't go through. I'm like, no, I know there's money on my card. What the heck?
Right. Yep.
And then I'd go check. I was like, oh, it's still going to the old card. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
kind of watch those things.
All right.
But go black, Blister.
Go black. Go black Blister.
Go
black it.
Don't do it right now.
But don't back Fister. That's a different book. Very different.
You don't want that one.
Do not Google Fister. Whatever you do,
I believe that's actually a totally bad book.
Fister.
Oh no, Trish,
Jimmy Noble.
That's yours. It's your pledge. Well, I'm glad I'm glad to know who it is that they're okay. Because I'm not kidding. Okay. I've been legitimately worried about this person for like 4 days now.
Oh wow.
Were they really missing that $1? Maybe they were.
Yeah.
Maybe they needed to go and get like a McChicken sandwich from McDonald's that day. And that was going to be the only thing they could eat. So they had to pull that $1 pledge.
$1.
And you know what? I think at that point, because we did the pledge for a pledge, if he had contacted me and said, hey, man.
I can't do it.
I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm in a rough spot. Different. Yeah, okay. We're both on indie creators. Like, I get that. But dropping it all together, come on.
I had a creator on April's Army who Backed it. I was super excited. And then they launched a Kickstarter, and I wasn't really able when it first launched to back it. And then they dropped their pledge way down. And I was like, oh, that sucks, but I get it. It happens to all of us at some time or another. And then I backed their Kickstarter, and all of a sudden their pledge went back up higher.
Wow.
Oh, that's.
And I went, really?
That's like somebody who puts the tip money on the table, and then anytime anybody fucks up, they start to take the tip money
Start
away.
pulling the money away.
And then you do something good, they put it back. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was just like,
I'm like,
really? That makes me sad because
petty.
as much as I think all of us would love to be able to back everybody.
Yeah.
You just can't. You just can't. No.
Yep.
I mean, October was insane. I know I had to let like at least 3 of them that I really wanted to get in on go by because
I know I still have a couple that are ending in the next week. Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I think I have like 3 or 4 that end in a week within this next week.
Yeah. I'm almost looking, as much as I love Kickstarter and the creativity and seeing everybody's stuff, part of me is looking forward to the holiday season. Just to have that little bit of a break so I can build up build up a buffer for spring.
Yeah. Yes. Big fun. All right. Well, we've been on for 96 minutes.
96 minutes? What?
That's like a Canadian hour.
Fair.
So just make sure you go out and back that Blister book.
That Blister book, it's awesome. You're gonna love
Blister
it.
book, yes. And
you'll regret it forever.
Whatever else you could find on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or wherever else you get your comic books. It's always fun to get new things. I have a stack of stuff over there that I have to read. I got 2 new books in this week from Kickstarter campaigns from people who were on my show. First one was Yule, if you've read that yet, from the Livid guys. Oh, and Sever, yes, I do have that up here too.
And if you don't like that cover, look at this cover.
I got this one.
I don't get mine for another month.
Why so long?
No, because I'm gonna see Braden in Seattle.
Oh, that's right.
City.
That's right.
So I just said, why don't you just
hold it?
Give me comps and whatnot there, and I'll sell the book and I'll get my stuff there.
Is it me or did Braden use the thickest comic book poly bag you've ever seen in your life?
These
is that nice. The purple one?
No, the actual poly bag.
No, the actual bag.
Oh, okay.
It's like super
heavy
thick.
duty and nice.
Yeah. He went all out. He got everybody guitar picks. Like he went nuts, man. Yeah,
guitar pick. Yeah.
He's like the person on your street who, when you go trick or treating, they give you a whole chocolate bar, like
the full size. The full size.
Holy shit!
No, the king
man.
size.
Go back to this house.
The king size.
Let's go to the king size candy bars. Oh my goodness, puppies!
All right, guys.
So definitely.
Yeah.
Back. Come back
whenever you can.
What are we doing next week?
Next week we have.
Is Ben next week or is Ben the following week?
No, Rodney Fike.
Okay.
Is on next week, and Leanne Kathleen.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. I can never say her name. She'll have to tell me it again so I can screw it all up.
Then Ben is the following week.
Then the following week is Ben in our season finale, the reverse interview show.
Yeah, Ben's going to come on.
Did you do one of those with Ben yet, Chuck? I know you were going to. I don't remember.
Ben Cook?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually going to be the last guest of the year on my own show. And he's going to, that's what we're going to do. So it'll be the big end of the year show, and he's going to interview me on, I think, like the 28th or something.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Should be fun. And I'm looking forward to it.
What do you have coming up on your show this coming week?
Ooh, that's a great question. Let me go look right now.
Chuck went sideways.
Yep.
Chuck went into the sideways.
I'm still here.
Chuck went into the sideways.
So this week I have Caleb
Into the void.
I have Caleb Thusat, who's going to be here this week. Yeah.
Oh, Caleb. Yes, he's been on the show before.
Talking about Neverland, maybe.
I don't. You know what? See, I don't. I
know you don't. You kind of
the
just
format.
wing it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
more about pushing the processes and talking
Right.
about. And then if they're doing something, we can talk about what they were, how they worked on it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I tend to want to push the work more,
Right.
or
Yes.
push how you work more than what you're
Yeah.
working on.
Yes, yes.
I just like seeing my
Alright.
projects on other people's shows.
Right? I feel you. Well,
Yeah.
were you Caleb's
Yeah, editor for Neverland. Yep.
for Neverland? Oh, congratulations! That's cool,
Thanks.
man.
I was
Nice,
surprised because the list of names that were being dropped in that particular thread was like, I was like, oh, all right.
Oh, I feel you.
I'll throw my name in there, but yeah. Well, I was like,
Yeah.
well, Chuck's name's in there. I'm out. And
I think
yeah.
I said, nah, give it to a poor person.
give it to somebody who needs more comic experience.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
No,
at that time I was busy as shit. And I was just like, yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dude.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, right?
I'm okay because he messaged me and I was like, really? Yeah, I'm in. So yeah.
Well, and he's also fairly close with Russell, so I'm sure, Russell helped sweeten the deal.
The Russell influence never hurts me.
Yeah, right.
the Russell influence.
The Russell influence. I mean, come on. I have no preconceived notions that some of the jobs I've landed have been because of Russell. And Russell going, yeah, she's good. Talk to her.
I speaking of Russell, I will be on his show tomorrow night. Me and my trusty
Russell Allen, not Russell
back.
Nolte.
Yes,
Russell
Allen.
show. Russell Nolte does not have a show. But hey, if you're going to the 20 books to 50K conference in Vegas this next week, Russell Nolte does have a couple of panels there on launching your books on Kickstarter.
There you go. Sounds fun. Well, this has been a fun night. Chuck, you did a good job playing the role of Eric Cockrell tonight.
I tried. Hi, my name's Eric, and I'm a nerd, and go check out Blister, blah, blah, blah.
You have a little bit more hair than Eric does?
A lot more.
A lot more hair.
I have as much hair on my head as he probably has on his entire body.
All right. Trish once again is dropping out Steph Pool.
Circle of Destruction, Russell Allen's new project.
Yes.
So if you're into crazy card games.
Yep.
With Belial cards, because we have heard a lot about the Belial card.
Belial is in there.
That's the only card we ever hear about.
That's the only card we ever hear about.
Dude.
I have tried to get my cards in there, and
I don't think. Yeah. Okay, hon, you don't want your card in there.
No, I want mine. He has two versions. He has a safe for work version and not.
Okay, because I was like,
I don't want to be in the not safe for work.
No,
no.
I've got the dildo outhouse, and you don't want to have Echo's army.
No. Believe me, we've heard all about the glory hole.
We've heard about the glory hole house.
I
thought the safe for work version. He's such a big fan of Rocky, one of my characters. I was really surprised that he didn't have a Rocky card.
And Trish will be on the show.
Trish is going to be on the show too.
Oh, cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
Last week we told scary stories.
Yeah, Trish had a very scary story.
After everybody left, and we started having some fun.
Yes.
And then me and Katrina stayed on his stream
he
left till 6, 7 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the kid the next day was like, "Why are you so tired?" He actually woke up when I came upstairs to go to bed. He's like, "Are you just coming up to bed?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I slept till like noon that day.
I was still up by like 9:30.
Well, actually, it was like almost 1 o'clock.
Regretting every moment of it.
I woke up like right before the 1 o'clock football games came on. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I might have slept through a couple of quarters.
What? She says, I have the buttons for the outhouse.
Oh, she has buttons for the outhouse. Oh, man.
That sounds like awesome. Scary. Some buttons in the outhouse.
The dildo button outhouse.
Yeah, the dildo outhouse buttons.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
So, have a good night. Make sure you go out there and back some projects.
Yes.
Have a good weekend. Like I tell everybody, you just give $1, some magical things happen.
That's
you get more comics. And Chuck just trying to give us motion sickness. So have a good night, everybody. Goodbye. Sweet dreams. And see you all tomorrow.